Hello and welcome. In this short video, we will look at running the Prasso API and the Prasso app side by side for mobile application development. There will be an opportunity to observe a bug in the API and how it is identified and subsequently fixed. You'll see the API running in the browser and the mobile app setup to point to it for running in the iOS simulator. You may find it helpful to watch the Prasso API installation video to get the API site installed. This video assumes the previous installation of Visual Studio Code, the Prasso Laravel app, and Flutter projects. Let's get started. Opening a new window, and we'll point it to a previously cloned folder of the Prasso app, which is the Flutter version, the Flutter half of the Prasso projects. Looking down the checklist, which is contained in the README. Install Flutter, yes, we've done that. Clone the Prasso app, yes, we've done that. Now we are ready to do Flutter pub get, which will bring down the related and associated packages that are used to run the app. Now that we've done that, we're going to just initialize our iOS working folder, basically as a check to make sure that everything's set up properly and installed properly. Pod install. Now that that's completed, I'm going to find where the endpoint is defined. As I'm running in the simulator, make sure that it's set to localhost, which it is. Now I can switch to the API and serve it using the host and port attributes to set it up for mobile debug. Testing the API, and there's a problem. Apparently, when I set this up, somehow expires at column has become disassociated. The latest Laravel upgrade suggested that I merge all the previous migrations using certain system commands, and apparently this field did not make it through. I'm looking through the call stack to find where it's called from, just to verify my theory. And here I'm finding the log, which has also recorded this error, and it will allow me to shortcut the getting to the actual code. I look through the system calls into the custom code calls to find it. I see we're calling in create token, which is a Laravel specific command, not something that I've written. It's in the Laravel libraries. So I'm going to search for expires at next to see where it's used, where it's defined, and how we missed out on getting this into our merge file. See, here is how it's defined in a migration. Since the migrations have been merged into the MySQL schema file, which is below the migration file on the left, we will need to add it into that migration file manually. Just verifying that it's not present in the table. not there. It made it to other files, but not mine. So I will find that personal access tokens table, the code that creates it, and add a line for expires at. Could have more easily done that by copying one of the other expires at definitions from this very same file, but I didn't, so there's another way to do it. There we go. Going to add it manually. Looking for the save button. It hasn't been there since the last upgrade I did, but I do have a trick to get it back. If I click in a very specific spot of the window, I can see the tabs again, and if I close the tab, I get a save prompt. Just a workaround till they fix the bug. That's it. We are going to test it again. That was the problem. Got our token. We're good to go. Our next step is going to be to set up the Prasso app window. Well, I got to check on my changes. No, I didn't do it with a pull request. So here, this is the Prasso app window, and you can't see where I clicked on the device, but you can see where from Run, I can select it. I select it, open the iOS simulator, and it's opening. It will open with an error. So that's the end of this training video, just demonstrating basically some debugging processes in the PHP API code.